cuffs are off, man. Get right. Too many left in these leagues, but I ain't gonna leave. I'ma get right. Get right. Down to the bottom and scratch it for all the.
Hey everybody, Adam Rank here.
What's up, everybody? It's Marcus Grant.
This is AJ Dillon of the Green Bay Packers.
I got to give a shout out to y'all at Get Right Fantasy.
If you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? You want to lose your league?
Our league. Check out the Get Right Fantasy Network.
You got to get right with the Get Right Fantasy Network.
And best of luck with your podcast. Appreciate the support.
And you're tuned in to watch my boys at Get Right Fantasy Network. Get you right. Enjoy the show.
But I tune in every Friday. Strategies provided, I will lock in every way. So go and roll your sleeves up. Yeah, go roll your sleeves up. And I'm getting down cause I roll my sleeves up. And I'm getting right cause I roll my sleeves.
What up? What up? What up, world? Welcome back. It's the Get Right Fantasy Network with me, Mike Herrick, aka Classic Mike. And this is our week 6 active and inactive show. I'll be going over the news since Friday, all the news that we came out with then and the start, all the injury news. So we'll go over that. We're also at 11:30. We're going to give you guys some actives and inactives all the way leading up to the 1 o'clock games. I will give you guys live updates from the the Jags and Bears game in London throughout the show. So, I'll let you know if anything significant happens. They're just going to be coming back from the half right about now. Game has been going pretty well overall. If memory serves me, it is 14-3 Bears. Caleb Williams has been looking good. 2 touchdowns so far in this one. He's also thrown those 2 touchdowns to Cole Kmet. So Cole Kmet is having a day. Hopefully you have him in your lineup. Otherwise, I'm going to be answering your last-minute start-sit questions leading up. So make sure you guys put them in the chat. I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. We also have the Super Chats on for immediate responses. So if you guys want your question answered right away, just, throw a Super Chat and I'll get right to it. Other than that, please just make sure you guys let me know what size, what type of league size, format, the whole deal. When you answer your questions, it just makes my job 40 times easier. And I will get to your question. Also, make sure you guys check out our schedule for this season. Of course, if you're new to the channel, we're here every day. We're here every day except for Saturday. We will be here Saturday at one point, but this is our normal roster. Every Monday we're going to go over overreactions and waiver wire ads. Then on Tuesday, Tycoon hosts in the fantasy boardroom. We have Phil doing the extra point, doing his dynasty show. And then we also have on the same day, we have Rosta and Frank doing some trade, discussing buy, sell, hold type situations. Thursday, Phil comes back and does his DFS and props right leading up to Thursday Night Football. And then we have our 2 shows that are on Friday for our start sit, one at 9 p.m. Eastern and the other at 11 p.m. Eastern. First one's with me and Kendall. And then we have Rasta and Phil right after that. Also, we have this show, of course, every morning, Sunday morning. As long as I'm not incapacitated, I'm sorry that I missed last week. I had an emergency that I had to deal with, personally. And then, but I'm here. I'm okay. Everything's fine. And then also make sure you guys are checking out Kendall at the Fantasy Football Tavern as well. You want cold beers and hot takes, he's got you covered. So make sure you guys check out their links in the description. Everything is listed there. So make sure you guys check that out. First and foremost, we got our first question from Will Hayes. What's going on, Will? Great to see you. Oh, fantastic. Evan Ingram just fumbled the football after a big catch. Evan Ingram's been having a day today. I mean, he leading up to that, he was 4 for 40, which is great to see, coming back off the injury. But he just fumbled the ball. Bears picked it up, and they are moving down the field again. He's pretty upset about it. I don't blame him. So Will Hayes, pick one full PPR flex spot. Chase Brown, Javonte Williams, Josh Downs, Tajay Spears. This is a tough one for me. I would have emphatically told you a couple days ago Chase Brown without thinking twice. Now I actually have to think about this one. I do have Chase Brown. Where do I have him now? I have him at 26 currently, and I have Javonte at 27. I do like Chase Brown just a smidge more in a full PPR setting. Josh Downs is just, I want to say, like, Josh Downs would have been my answer if it was Joe Flacco playing and starting. We're going to find out in less than a half hour what's going on. If Joe Flacco is starting, I would tell you go with Josh Downs without question. Right now, we just don't know, but all signs are pointing towards Anthony Richardson playing, which would mean he takes a little bit of a downgrade for me. Just because I just don't trust Anthony Richardson with that type of, with the offense like that. I've never been high on him to begin with. Chase Brown, I like a little bit more. He just has more opportunity for touches. That game, I think, will be closer than what people think it will be, just with injuries and so on and so forth. I do think that game is a little better than what people think it will. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Chase Brown here in this particular spot. So, thanks for your question, Will. I really appreciate it. I hope if anyone else is in the chat, make sure you guys throw your questions in the chat, and I will answer them as we go. Some of the news and notes to be aware of prior to the inactives or the actives and inactives. Joe Mixon, he's expected to play through his high ankle sprain at this point. They said, he had a good week in practice and everything looks good. So he should be playing. Two D-backs just went down for the Jags. They look like they collided. And they're, a little hurt. So that's going to be significant for the Bears. Bears have been rolling today and looking good. Jacoby Myers got downgraded to doubtful today. He was doubtful as of Saturday versus the Chargers. I'd expect him to be out. He's been trending downward all week. It looks like Trey Tucker is the next up in line. They also have DJ Turner as well. I think it's DJ Turner. As their other wide receiver. But this is going to be the Brock Bowers show. Let's not kid anybody. Aiden O'Connell's getting the start. So it should be an interesting game to say the least. Chargers might be a decent defense to play this week if you're looking to play anybody. We also have, of course, today we have Spencer Rattler and Drake May getting their starts for their respective teams with Derek Carr out. Spencer Rattler is taking over for the Saints. And there was a quarterback change for the Patriots. So this is going to be a fun week of football. I'm excited. We also had Rashad White. He's listed as doubtful as well. He's going to be out for this game. So it looks like Bucky Irving will take the reins. Sean Tucker will be behind him. So, we hopefully get a chance to see Sean Tucker. I like him a lot. So I really hope he has the opportunity to get a few plays here. James Cook and Khalil Shakir are both questionable for Monday Night Football, but both are expected to play barring a setback at this point. So I would definitely have, if you're using James Cook, I hope you have Ray Davis or Ty Johnson, just because, or even Braylon Allen, to be quite honest. I have one league, I have Braylon Allen. I've had him on my bench, but I also I ended up picking up Ray Davis as well with James Cook. So you always want to make sure you have a backup for those Monday night injury guys, and that's going to be one of them. James Cook has been pretty good with staying healthy throughout, his short career. You want to just make sure that he's all settled. Devin Singletary, who's playing on Sunday Night Football, he was downgraded to out yesterday. Tyrone Tracy is going to get another opportunity along with Eric Gray in that backfield against the Bengals. Should be a good matchup for them. Deontay Johnson is expected to play. He's been battling an ankle injury throughout offseason and so on, but he's still being, himself. Right now, they just got to get him a little more involved. Ooh, Swift with a good pass and a good run. Looks, almost got there. He's on the 8-yard line. Bears are in red zone territory. Brian Robinson Jr., he's been ruled out versus the Raiders, so it will be a combo of Austin Eckler and Jeremy Nicholas. So just be aware of that moving into this week. I don't know how high I'm going to be moving up Austin Eckler. I currently have him at 40. I'd probably be moving him mid-20s. I'd probably have him, I have him currently like 28. Looking at my roster and doing some moving things around as I speak. So I think he can command a lot. He can be used in the passing game. I think they're going to have to do a lot of outside screens in this particular game to the Ravens front seven are pretty decent and can stop the run. They're actually a lot better at stopping the run than the pass. So this is going to be an interesting game overall. I'm really excited to see how that one goes. Chargers put Gus Edwards on IR after the bye. Not good for him, but good for J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins will be out there today starting. They'll have Vidal behind him. So we'll see how that goes. Vidal's a very good pass blocker and is a little bit more of a bruiser. So kind of Gus Edwards young. You know what I mean? So we'll kind of get to see how that goes. Kendrick Miller is active and will be on the 53-man roster today versus the Bucs. Oh, right at the one. Good throw by Caleb to Keenan Allen. That was a good throw. Flag on the play, though, so I'm assuming this is on the defense. It's going to be on the – oh, no. Hold on. Is it a legal shift? I think it's an illegal shift on the Bears. Waiting. I don't have the audio. I don't have the audio on, so I can't really tell you. Yeah, illegal shift flag. So they're going to move the ball back a little bit. But it is 3rd and goal. They had a great play there. We'll wait and see how this goes. Oh, they at least get the down back, which is good. And let's see what happens here. They're on the 10-yard line. 3rd and goal. Boom. Great throw to Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen with the touchdown. Good throw by Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is now progressing, playing very well, playing good football in the last few weeks. So, yeah, big touchdown after the fumble. Hopefully the Jags can come back and make this a game. Caleb looks thrilled to be there, which is fantastic. So, some other news. Zamir White is dealing with a groin injury. He was back at practice on Friday, but he's going to be considered a long shot to play. So it looks like Alexander Madison will get, a good amount of the snaps along with Amir Abdullah coming back from the dead. So we'll wait and see how that goes. Like I said before, Anthony Richardson is still listed as questionable, but he had a good week of practice and, with a solid pregame workout, he should be able to play. I just got an alert prior to the show and it said they're expecting him to play. So that's, a little bit of a big deal. Michael Pittman, who had a back injury at the beginning of the week, suspected to be, they said he was going to go on IR and then all of a sudden he's healthy. I don't know. I think maybe someone misspoke there. Josh Downs is also dealing with a toe injury, but both are going to be expected to play today. Both will be out there. So expect that to happen. If you're in, if your league has kickers, Matt Prater, man, he's, dealing with a knee injury currently, so he'll be out. They have Chad Bryland playing today as the kicker. Just little kicker news. Why not? Raven Shoyo, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? He goes full PPR. Dottle or Sherman. I know I keep saying Sherman. I know it's Sermon. I have a lisp. It's hard to do. So Trey, yeah, I'm gonna go with Trey in this particular one. Just don't trust Rico Dowdle at all. Dallas run game is pitiful especially against the Lions overall. Lions are actually pretty decent against the run. They are currently third fantasy points allowed. Their defense. So against the running back, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. So I'm gonna go Trey Sherman. Like the matchup a lot better. Going against Tennessee. Tennessee's defense is nothing to laugh about either. I mean, they're still pretty good, especially with Jeffrey Simmons in the middle. But honestly, I rather have that matchup than the Lions. So I'm gonna go Sherman here. And there's less competition for him. He only has Tyler Goodson, who is a little bit more in the passing game. But Dottle, I understand he's using the passing game too. I like the matchup a lot better. I'm gonna go with Sherman. I have Sherman in a lot of lineups this week, and I feel like he is set to have a good game overall. So that's all the news and notes that I have leading up to game time and actives and inactives. Just waiting for any type of news that comes through at this point. I normally do a little bit of DFS as well, but unfortunately, poor planning on my part. I haven't really gotten a chance to look through my stuff. I had a late night last night with my buddies, and only got a few hours of sleep, so I didn't get an opportunity to do my normal DFS value picks. But don't worry. If you guys have DFS questions and things like that, I have no problem answering right here. We can also, if you want, if anybody is willing or wanting, I can set up a DFS lineup with people and tell you what I would do. There are plenty of good options out there today, so keep an eye on that. Keep an eye out for those things. Trying to log into my stuff so that we can at least have an opportunity to show you guys some stuff. So like I said, make sure you guys drop your questions in the chat, and I will do what I can to answer every question that gets thrown my way. If you guys, I'm going to give you updates from the Jags-Bears game. So, keep an eye and ear out. Right now, Tank Bigsby looks like he's taking over that role slowly but surely. I don't understand why they don't just hand him the ball the whole time. Tank is 5 for 18 rushing the ball right now, and ETN is 3 for -1 and a fumble. He fumbled it on a catch, but I think it was overturned if memory serves me. So either way, he doesn't look great. ETN hasn't been looking the same, but Tank has been doing his thing. Hopefully he can take over that role like we all think he can. So Trevor just, has been hyper targeting Evan Ingram. So can't argue there. Ravens Show Yo, what's up, man? He goes, this question's for a different league. Of course. I'll answer as many questions as you guys want. I'm going to be here until you guys don't have questions. I'll just put it to you that way. He goes, full PPR, Josh Downs, Trey Tucker, Christian Watson, Keon Coleman, or Alexander Madison. Damn. All right. So I'm going to take Christian Watson out of this. It's not going to happen for me. Keon Coleman, I like a lot, but he will get the Sauce Gardner treatment in this game. And with Shakir coming back, that to me, I think that helps him a little bit, but it also hurts in the concept of taking away a little bit of volume. Alexander Madison, I don't hate Alexander Madison, but the matchup is a lot better than you might think. Oh no, never mind. I misspoke. That's they're 9th best against the run. I think in that game it's going to be. I think they're going to be down, but he's involved in the pass game, so we can look at that. Trey Tucker in the same boat. He'll be the leading guy. He's going to be going. Ooh, good move by Christian Kirk. Just getting a first down. I think I'm going to go out of this group. I might go with Josh Downs here. Like I said before about the Josh Downs question above with Will Hayes. I mean, that's a different scenario for me, but Josh Downs is clearly the better guy from, out of these guys. So I feel a little bit better about it here, but I don't feel great. Alexander Madison will get volume just because he's the lead guy. So overall, yeah, I think I'm going to go Josh Downs here. So he's like, I'm glad that the Jags are down so they can keep flinging that thing. They need to feed, Brian Thomas Jr. the ball more. I don't blame you, man. I like Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Thomas Jr. I think he's going to have, looks like DJ Moore is dealing with some type of shoulder injury, unfortunately. He goes, thanks, class. I appreciate it, my guy. I was leaning Downs as well. Yeah, I'm just trying. It was so close. Oh, he was getting covered by a linebacker, and it was thrown to Brian Thomas Jr. It was just a little short, and the linebacker got in front of it. He was right there. Oh man, that stuff. Looks like Travis Etienne has a hamstring injury. He is not going to be. He's questionable to return. If you're a Tank Bigsby owner, man, you're jumping for joy. Unfortunately, for those that have ETN. So, yeah, hamstring injury. I'm going to throw him on IR next week. Yeah, I mean, that's probably what's going to end up happening in this scenario. So, Panem Music, what's going on, brother? Great to see you here. He goes, start 1, half PPR. Tank Dell or Chase Brown? Tank Dell. Got to go with Tank Dell. Really want to see that happen. I think that he'll be heavily involved. He usually is. So, especially with Nico Collins out for the next few weeks, I definitely can see it. I'm getting some actives and inactives for today's game coming in. Joe Mixon is active as well as Dameon Pierce. This is another kind of wrinkle to that particular backfield. So it's weird. Very weird that in this particular, Evan Ingram, good catch. He's, he looks back, which is nice. Troy goes, should I drop ETN for Bigsby? It's hard to tell you to drop a guy like Travis Etienne. I'm sorry, but he hasn't been playing well. If there's somebody else on your bench that you could drop, I would, and carry both and just use Bigsby. I don't think letting Travis Etienne go is the answer here, unless you feel like he could be a landmine for somebody else. But right now, Bigsby is the clear better, back. But they are rotating in Dearness Johnson as well, so it's not his clear backfield. Dearness has a couple, runs in this game, so I'm not going to get rid of. I'm not getting rid of ETN, but I would find a different way or a different route if possible. Ryan, what's going on, brother? Great to have you here. He says, good morning. Pick one to start in the flex, please. Of course. He goes, McLaren, Chase Brown, or Jalen Tolbert. Last Ravens game seems like a fluke, but I think they put a pressure on the rookie quarterback today. Yeah, I do agree. It's a very it was such a good throw. Man. That was such a good throw, and the DB just had an extra step on it and one extra half a freaking hand out. Oh man, just missed that. That would have been a great catch if Strange, if that guy wasn't there and Strange caught that. Anyway, I don't hate this particular matchup for, if it's full PPR, I wouldn't be against playing Chase Brown in that one. Overall, I mean, the Ravens, based on my numbers that I'm looking at, Ravens aren't that good against the wide receiver. They're 28th overall. They're going to put pressure on the guy. They're going to try to make him move. They're going to try to keep him moving the other way, trying to throw from his left, have him go left instead of right. So they're going to definitely manipulate it. But honestly, I do think that the Ravens can, contain him enough, but then we're going to see what Jalen, Daniels can do with his arm, which he's shown he can do it. I think I'm going to lean Terry McLaurin here. So yeah, I'm going to go Terry McLaurin. I like Chase Brown too. He's definitely, I'm ranking it McLaurin, Brown, and Tolbert for this one. Tank get in the corner. Just missed it. Neanderthal, what's going on, brother? He goes, Josh Allen or Dak today. Seems Allen is hit or miss this year. Unfortunately, yes. But it's so hard for me to sit here and tell you to play Dak Prescott over a guy like Josh Allen. I just don't feel right saying it. Jets so far this year are against the quarterback overall. I mean, they are the second best, but they've been playing crap quarterbacks overall. They haven't been playing anybody, that significant that I care about. I think I'm going to stick with Josh Allen for now and see what happens. Shakir's back, which is helpful, definitely helpful for him. Monday night game, not a huge travel. I think I'm going to go with Josh Allen. Oh, great catch by Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis with a touchdown in the corner of the end zone. Really good catch. Circus catch there. That was nice. But yeah, Neanderthal, I'm going Josh Allen. You have to. I have Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, and Brock Purdy in one of my dynasty lineups. Every week I have to make a decision, and it sucks because I agree with you. It is one of those situations where I just don't know where to, what to do with him anymore because every week he seems to be less than everybody else. So, like I said before, Joe Mixon is active with Dameon Pierce. They're both active today. No real craziness on the Texans inactives other than Robert Woods. So Robert Woods will be inactive today. Kendrick Miller is not going to be active today. They said that he's on the 53-man roster, but he won't be active. Oh, shit. I hope you guys are, the guys that are here. Joe Flacco is going to get the start today. I just got news from Tom Pelissero. Joe Flacco is going to be starting today for the Colts. So the questions you guys just asked me about Josh Downs moves up to the top. Just put him up top. He's the answer to your questions, Josh Downs. Now that we know that Joe Flacco is playing, Josh Downs. Christian Watson is active today, just so you know. So he will be active, useful, who knows? But he will be active today. Patriots, we already know that Ramondre Stevenson is going to be out today. So just know that in advance. Okay, so they're saying that Richardson wasn't 100% healthy, so they want to just, keep Flacco in. Hey, man, Flacco's commanding that offense and doing a great job at it. I'm going to stick with that. So, Ray W., what's going on, Ray? Great to see you here. I got my Giants fans rolling in, which is fantastic. Is it wise to use Mooney and London? I don't like using two guys because they basically eat each other. Because if one does well, the other doesn't. And then you pretty much have a situation where it interferes with your particular lineup. If you like Moon, but the other part of it is London. London is the clear. I mean, Darnell Mooney is definitely a guy that I love. He's a really good, solid route runner and can get open. He has a good separation and everything. They're definitely going to go to Drake London as well. They're going to definitely keep him involved. It's going to be hit or miss. And if you use both of them, I mean, it's going to be tough. Here's my thing. If you're in a bye week hell situation where you have nobody else and you have both of those guys, I have no problem playing both, but it's because you're kind of forced to. You have no other option. Unless I have a better option, I'm not doing that, to be fair. So I am getting some news as it's coming through, but it's the same stuff that I just told you. It looks like Anthony Richardson's going to be the active emergency quarterback. Inactive, active quarterback. He's dressing, but he's not playing. So Ray W., he goes Conklin or Njoku. Interesting question. I'm liking what Tyler Conklin has done lately. Can't argue what he's done. Njoku is slowly coming back from his injury and, getting involved. It's just so hard. It's so hard to trust Njoku just because of Watson, to be quite honest. I mean, at this point, going against the Eagles, not a horrible matchup for him. Conklin going against the Bills at home. I like Conklin here. I'm gonna go Conklin. I have Conklin at 12 currently, and I have, where is Njoku? I have Njoku a little bit lower, unfortunately. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go Conklin here. What up, Patrick Lario? Great to have you here as always. So he goes, yo, go Big Blue, of course. So pick 2: Zach Moss, Darius Slayton, Shaheen, and Antonio Gibson. So one for sure is Antonio Gibson. You have to. There's really no one behind him that really will demand targets or any type of touch. So I'm going to go Antonio Gibson, and you got to give me a little more. Is this full PPR or half? If it's half, I'm leaning Zach Moss. If it is full, I would lean a little bit more Darius Slayton. But for now, like right now, I'm probably going to tell you Zach Moss, even though he's hurt. But Darius Slayton's a close second. Full people, yeah, go to Darius Slayton. Just because it just makes more sense to go with the wide receiver with full, and he's been playing pretty well overall. Daniel Jones doesn't like his outside receivers for some reason. But I think I'm going to go with Slayton though. He's been involved. They definitely do the best to get involved. So yeah, I'd go Slayton and Antonio Gibson. Shaheed, I don't trust yet. We have to see what Spencer Rattler can do overall, and we haven't gotten to see that. So I'm going to be a little bit hesitant to play him, even though he's a very, very good wide receiver. So Rachaad White is officially inactive today. Just so you guys know, the actives and inactives are coming through. So don't worry. I'm going to get to your questions. I see you, Ray. I'll get there in just a second. Jair Alexander is going to be active for the Green Bay Packers. That's just significant to know, just because going against Arizona, we'll see what happens there. I think that overall is a good matchup for both teams. I think that's going to be an exciting, thing. Jair usually stays to one side, so we'll see how they move things around. Looks like Ronnie Stanley is active for the Ravens. That's big for their line. Just looking through all the notes right now that are coming through. Taysom Hill and Derek Carr are going to both be out today. Also, Kendre Miller, like I said before. Rachaad White's out, like I said. Brian Robinson Jr. is going to be out as well. Christian Watson is active. Joe Flacco, we already know. All right, cool. Got through all the notes for you guys. So I'll keep on updating you as they come through. It looks like Denzel Ward is active for the Browns. Okay. That's going to be a rough game overall. Ray goes, my only other option in that Mooney London League is Dottle, full PPR. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I would me personally, I'd probably play London and Dowell, just because that I feel a little bit more confident about that. I don't mind playing the wide receiver. That's the pass catching option as well, just because he'll be involved and get a lot more touches. Mooney is just so good. It's just so hard to say don't play Mooney. But I don't like eating. I don't like having to, I don't mind doing things like a wide receiver or a running back and a wide receiver, a tight end and a running back or something like that. That's fine, in my opinion. But it's hard for me to tell you 2 wide receivers from the same team, unless, all things have to fall right for that to happen. So. Patrick goes, I'm 5-0. Good for you, brother, on your advice. So going with it, even though lost big names like Rice and Collins and possibly Aaron Jones, but been squeezing out wins and have buys coming up. Yeah, man, congrats. I have Rice and Collins everywhere. and all those teams are we're doing well, and now I have to, today I have a matchup where I had Nico and Rashid Rice, and man, my lineup today is weak. I have Deontay Johnson, Alec Pierce, and Keon Coleman, I think, are my wide receivers. So it's going to be, and Dontavian Wicks. So the news with Christian Watson coming back doesn't help it. So it's going to be a day. It's going to be a day for a good old classic Mike here. So Ray goes, do we need to worry about Neighbors long term? He's not progressing. I want to say you can't stress too much. Usually 1 week is understandable. I know it was a long week, and then now this week he's not there. We'll have to wait and see what they end up doing. If he's that bad, they would have put him on IR, to be fair. So I think hopefully he's in a position where he's back next week. I hope everything's okay. It didn't look great. I mean, he definitely fell pretty hard in that particular matchup. So I would just right now be optimistic that he comes back and everything is okay. Giants are still moving okay. Regardless, they are getting Wan'Dale used a little more. I thought maybe that it would kind of take him out of it, but he's been playing pretty well even with it. They have, Darius Slayton has been serviceable. I mean, he always has been. He's always been that guy that is just there to help and, there to do what he can. So we just got to wait and see. That's all we can do. I think they're going to, of course, use Tyrone Tracy a little bit more. That line has been, held up pretty well, and it's continuing to do so. They're giving Daniel Jones a lot more time to be decisive. I think he's been a lot better with, distributing the ball and doing so appropriately and not overthinking it. So one thing at a time. I know the defense took a hit with Thibodeau being out on IR now, but overall, I think we're going to be okay for now. But I don't think you can worry too much about it. I don't see it as like a Tua situation where, having that many concussions in that short of time type scenario. But you got to remember, he's our franchise wide receiver. We got him at the 6th pick. Like, we want him to take his time coming back. We don't want him to be hurt. Oh, DJ Moore down on the field. That's not good. Looks like DJ Moore just got a little banged up. He's been dealing with a shoulder injury throughout. They're walking him off the field. Oh, man, that's tough to see. I hope DJ Moore's okay. So Patrick goes, I have Fields starting, but Flacco is available. Should I make a move? But I do have to drop Fields because I have Mahomes on the bench. I like Flacco more than Fields, but you definitely have a safer floor with Fields just because of the concept of just because he can rush. I mean, this is a good matchup for him against the Raiders overall. Raiders currently are 19th against, QBs, fantasy points per game. I mean, that's, 7. Oh, go Swift. Oh, Swift got down to like the 7-yard line. Big run for him. Big run. Like I said, I'm not a big Justin Fields fan overall. I like Joe Flacco a lot better just because he's more of a pocket passer. I've always been a pocket passer guy. I have them back-to-back in rankings at 17 and 15. So right now, it's hard for me to tell you to go with one or the other. If you feel like, Justin Fields has been playing well enough to keep him in your lineup, then keep him. But I do like, Flacco just because, he's just a good vet. He's a solid vet. This matchup against who's he facing? The Tennessee Titans. Tennessee is, where are they? Tennessee is 13th against QBs this season. I mean, I would probably roll with Fields for now and, see how that turns out. I like Flacco a ton. I really do. I think it's more of like a emotional like comparatively to a fantasy like. I think fantasy wise, you got to stick with Fields with the rushing floor and see how that works out. Flacco, like I said, it's just he pulls on my heartstring every time because he's just so good. It's nostalgic for me. Yeah. Still, remember him on Baltimore, and playing in the Super Bowl. Like those are the memories I have of him. So yeah, that's a tough one. I think I'm gonna stick with Fields here for that question. So make sure you guys throw in those questions. I will answer them as we go. So make sure you guys do, keep asking questions. That's what I'm here for. Official actives and inactives from Tom Pelissero. Joe Mixon's active. Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, Christian Watson, Jair Alexander, Marlon Humphrey, Ronnie Stanley. Antonio Winfield is back from injury, which is big for the Bucks. Antonio Richardson is inactive with Rashad White. So hopefully, we got a lot of guys that are playing today, that haven't been. So, all right. So they got Brown or more going to the tent. Nothing else is crazy here. So just like I said, I'll give you guys news and notes as we go. Appreciate everybody listening. Make sure you guys check out, of course, our other podcast that we have here. We have Kendall, who's with me every Friday in the Fantasy Football Tavern. He'll be dropping recorded videos every so often. And then, of course, jumping in on live. So if you guys want cold beers, hot takes, check out my good buddy Kendall. And then we have Phil at the Extra Point every Wednesday and Thursday. He's doing Dynasty on Wednesday and DFS and props on Thursday. So keep an eye out for his notifications, as well as the good old Tycoon in the Fantasy Boardroom. Check him out every Tuesday as well. If you guys are new to the channel or coming in late or all that fun stuff, we got a second and goal situation starting the fourth quarter for the Bears. Bears are on the 3-yard line. Big throw, big catch. Keenan Allen, another touchdown for Caleb Williams. Nice. Keenan Allen with a huge touchdown. Nice. Yeah. My buddy Phil is telling me about the rush attempts for Caleb. Yeah, we're doing real well there for our props. Oh, he just made it. Oh man. A tiny hair. 1, 2. Oh, hopefully he has full control on the second one. It looks like he did though. Yeah, they confirmed it. It's a touchdown. So 27-10 Bears. Jags are limping right behind them. Oh, this is a great question. Kyler or Baker? Interesting question. So Green Bay is 12th, 12th best against QBs per game this season, fantasy points per game per season. Arizona is going Baker is going against, who is he going against? I didn't cover, or did I cover him? Yeah, he's going against the Saints. My bad. It was a long night, but boys, I was up till 4:30 in the morning, so sorry. Saints are 4th best. Their defense is very good. Here's my thing. I think that the defense is going to be a little bit. I think the Saints defense is going to have to carry this team today. They're going to have to, they're going to be on the field a little bit more, so they might be a little bit winded. I don't mind Kyler in this matchup, but I don't mind Baker either. I think I'm going to stick with Kyler in this particular matchup. His rushing floor is just hard to not be a part of. Dangerous Toys, what's going on, man? He goes, is Mixon playing today? Yes, he is active today, but so is Dameon Pierce. So it looks like the Texans have a full complement of running backs today. I don't know which one is inactive. because I don't know if they're running with all their running backs. I have to try to see if I can find that information, just because I want you guys to know what's going on there. But from what I can tell, uh, I think they're playing everybody. So hold on, let me see. Let me see who they got here. No, they're keeping all their running backs out. So it looks like they have, in this particular scenario, they're going to have, Dara Gumbawale. They're going to have Cam Akers. They're going to have Damian Pierce. They're going to have Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon's going to play. So yeah, he's going to be there. I'm using him. They're definitely going to. I'm assuming they're going to kind of pull him back a little bit, just to kind of give him some room to kind of move back into the offense. But we'll see. Dangerous Toys goes installed Keenan Allen. Yay! Hey man, that's what you got to do. Keenan Allen is still himself, man. He's still got great hands. Always has great hands. Really enjoy Keenan Allen overall. Like I said, 28-10. It's, this game has been rolling, doing pretty well. We're seeing a lot of Tank Bigsby because of ETN being injured. So for those that are just joining in, ETN is currently questionable with a hamstring. So right now it's a Tank Bigsby show, which is, good for those that decided to go out and, grab him. Ooh. Oh no, Tank just fumbled. Oh, as I talk all this good things about him, Tank fumbles on the kickoff. I don't know why you're using him on the kickoff. Just switch some. Oh, okay. He's lucky. They kept the ball. Wow, they lucked out there. That looked bad. Guy just, oh wow, just one of their D tackles just boom right into him. Wow. He was saved. His teammate saved his ass there. Ah, lucky. So Ray W goes Kraft or Kincaid. This is a great question. Kraft has been heavily used in this offense in the last few weeks. Musgrave is out on IR, as we see. They are getting all their compliments back for wide receiver. This definitely hurts guys. Well, I think it might actually help Wicks in a way. But I think that it also, I think Kraft's production is going to go down a little bit. Kincaid is, he's being involved. But you have to deal with the struggles of Josh Allen. So, this is a tough one. These guys are like back to back for me too. Yeah, I have Kraft at 6. I have Kincaid at 7. Let's look at the matchup real quick, see what each defense is doing overall. I mean, Arizona is, Buda Baker is usually pretty good, but 18th fantasy points allowed. That's not bad at all. Going against the Jets, who are 3rd. Yeah, I'm gonna have to lean Tucker there. That's a huge. Trevor Lawrence just can't get out of his own way, man. Threw it right to the D-back too. D-back was just sitting in the freaking zone and just threw it right to him. Man, Trevor Lawrence is killing us, Jags guys that like guys on the Jags. Oh man, I'm surprised they didn't call DP on that. I'm really surprised they didn't call DPI on that. TJ Edwards had him freaking, had Christian Kirk all. I thought that was a lot worse than it was, but man, Christian Kirk didn't turn on the route, and then, Trevor put it right on, and the guy, he already had a step on him. Man, Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence is having a real rough day. Really rough day. 179 yards. He just had the interception. Man. Got sacked twice. These guys, these Jags are just falling apart. It's just sad. Caleb is just holy. Caleb is something. Oh, wow. Big play to Cole Kmet. Man, if you're playing Cole Kmet, you're happy today. Cole Kmet is killing it. I'm a little upset that I have him at 14 on my rankings. I didn't get a chance to move him around this morning. Like I said, late night with the boys. Caleb is magical with his feet, man. Man, I got to give it up for this kid. I was really down on him in the beginning of the year, and he's looking a lot better every week. He's just slowly doing better. DJ Moore is back in. He looks fine. And touchdown on the quick little touch pass. He looks okay. DJ Moore with the touchdown. Man, they are just rolling along, man. Crazy. Caleb with 5 touchdowns now. Holy shnikes. Oh, no, he's short. He's short. They're gonna bring that back. He looks short. Elbow down at the 1. Yeah. Elbow down at the 1 with the ball short. I think that's gonna be on the 1. They're still reviewing it. Yeah, it's definitely on the 1. So we'll wait and see. If you guys have any other questions, throw them in the chat. I'm going to be here for a little bit. I'll be here until about 12:15, unless you guys have any questions that you guys want answered. Make sure, like I said, check out our other affiliate podcast right here with the Fantasy Football Tavern, the Extra Point, and the Fantasy Boardroom. Also, if you guys wanted to do daily props like we do on Friday night with me and Kendall, make sure you guys check out Underdog. Make sure you guys use the promo code GetRight when you register, and they will help you out at checkout. They will help you with 50% of your deposit. So make sure you guys check out Underdog Fantasy or Underdog. Sorry, I gotta stop saying fantasy. Ronaldinho, what's going on, Ron? How you doing, brother? Hope all is well. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat. Like I said, they're on the 1 yard line. They brought it back. It is 2nd and goal right now on the 1 yard line. We'll wait and see how this goes. In my group chat, I actually just got a great question from Phil. Is Doug Pederson getting fired today? Maybe. I know that the owner came out and said, he's our guy. And, I don't know, man. Swift with the touchdown. Looks like DeAndre Swift got his touchdown for today. So they are rolling right along. DeAndre Swift is unstoppable today. 14 for 84 or 14 for 87 now, and a touchdown. And then 5 targets for 4 receptions, 28 yards. I mean, he is having a day. If you have DeAndre Swift, congratulations. Enjoy having him. I mean, he is a beast of a player. I've always enjoyed him. I wish I had more of them, to be honest. I think a lot of people were down on the Bears offense as a whole, so they, were a little bit skeptical, but he is that player. So he's doing real well. Man, we are starting off good on our props so far. Kendall had for this game. Let me look. I remember his props were pretty good for this one. Let me see. He had Swift higher than 14 receptions rush attempts, which he definitely got. He is at 14. So he just needs one more and he'll definitely get that one. And then he also had Lawrence under 229 passing yards. He's going to hit on that one. I did not hit on mine with more than 2.5 receptions for Travis Etienne. I thought they'd use him a little more. He only had 1 target, no catches, and he's out for the game. So it looks like that one will not stick for me. Can't be right every time. I try my best to be as close to 80% as possible, but we'll wait and see. There are a lot of good props. If you guys missed the Friday show, make sure you guys go back and look at our Friday show. We have two parts. We have the morning games essentially for the part one, and then we have the evening games for part two. So make sure you guys check that out. We, me and Kendall do props on each game. We try to see how we can do on each. We cover all the way. We cover the Jags Bears game. We do the Commanders Ravens game, Cardinals Packers game, Texans Patriots, Bucks and Saints, and Browns and Eagles. So make sure you guys check that out. We do have timestamps. So make sure when you guys go back you just, you want to catch a game, a breakdown of the game, make sure you guys hit those timestamps. It'll bring you right to the game that we're talking about. And, we'll give you those props usually at the end of the segment. We usually have it. So check that out. We also have a lot of live Q&A at the very end. So, if you wanted to stay and watch those, go ahead. Also do the same thing on part two with Phil and Kendall. Always check out those timestamps. We're always there, trying to help you guys if you want to watch later on, if you don't get an opportunity to get us live, which is completely okay. So hope everybody is doing good on this week 6. Like I said, having a good weekend to start. Hope everyone else is doing fine though. We've got a couple people in the chat. We have Denzel Barton. What's going on, man? Great to have you back. He goes, need 2 wide receivers and 1 flex. All right, cool. We have Amari Cooper, Garrett Wilson, Drake London, and Jalen Tolbert. Looks like J.K. Dobbins and Eckler. Okay. Is this full PPR? Let me know in the chat just so I can give you a better answer here. I'm probably leaning. Let me look at my rankings here and do some math. I'm probably going to be leaning Drake London here with. I'm going to probably be leaning Drake London and Garrett Wilson. I think that Buffalo matchup you can exploit a little bit. Yeah. Oh, well, they're 5th best against a wide receiver. 5th best. And then Eagles are 29th. Deshaun, though, that's the tough part. Man, that's a big separator for me. It's full PPR. All right. So J.K. Dobbins is the guy I want to use today. I don't mind Eckler at all, but that Ravens defense, I mean, they're good at a lot of things, and one of the things they're good at is stopping the run. They're 5th best against running backs this year, fantasy points allowed. So I'm definitely gonna go J.K. Dobbins here because the Raiders are 28th against running backs. No more Gus Edwards. There's not much behind him. He's got to carry the full workload. So I think I'm going to go with JK for the flex for sure. I think I'm going to go London and Wilson for this. For the wide receivers. Who was that? Was that Ingram? Yeah. Ingram's been, it was Dearness Johnson. So they're using everybody now. So I don't know. I think Doug Peterson's taking that old school approach. You fumble, you're out. And they're down. So why hurt your guy? Kind of keep them healthy. Maybe they're just throwing Dearness out there for that reason. That's what it seems like at this point. Gabe Davis. Did you get the first down? Got hit back. We'll see. Johnny D, what's going on, brother? He goes, Olave versus Garrett Wilson for your flex. Hey, good for you if you have both. We're going to go matchup here just because QBs. I mean, I know Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. He is a Hall of Fame quarterback. Well, I don't know about Hall of Fame. Probably with his stats. Oh my God. Man, this Bears secondary is just something great to watch. Really love it. Bucks are currently 27th. Yeah, I'm going to go Olave. I'm definitely going to go Olave Danzel, no problem, brother. I think I'm going to go Olave over Garrett Wilson and, see what the rookie can do here. I'll take the narrative about him, saying that he needs to hyper target, Chris Olave if he's open. Dean isn't anything special to me. Garrett Wilson is going to be going against the Buffalo, who is fifth best against the wide receiver. So I think I'm going to stick with the Olave for now, if you're giving me that option. So Neanderthal goes flex Ford, Shaheed, Deontay, also have Bateman and McLeod. Man, Neanderthal, what type of format do you got there, brother? Just want to, that will kind of help me out a little bit. Everett Ingram with another pass. This is a tough one. Shaheed kind of falls a little bit for me. It would, if I'm ranking it, it's probably Ford, Deontay. But if, that's a tough one, to be honest. That's tough. Let me know what Ingram with another catch. Ingram just PPR, just back in his 8 receptions so far, 96. And I have him on the bench. God, I hate fantasy football. I'm kidding. I love it. Neanderthal, let me know what type of league that is, just so I can help you out there. So, Alex, what's going on, man? How you doing? He goes, trying to swing for the fences this week. I picked up Laporta off waivers. Some idiot league mate dropped him, but I also have been going with Freiermuth, who's been steady all season. Do I go with Laporta? Yes. I think it's very hard for you to. Ingram. Or no, that was Gabe Davis. Never mind. But still, really, you got to catch that ball, bro. That was in your hands. In your hands. In your hands. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going Laporta here. You just got to ride Laporta for now. I understand. It's so hard for me to tell you to play a guy like, Pat Freiermuth. I like Freiermuth. I have Freiermuth at 11, but I do have Sam Laporta against the Dallas Cowboys a little higher. They got to get him more involved. Jameson Williams is the reason why, McBride or Laporta hasn't been what he, should be. Now that he's, coming back slowly. I do think that they're going to try to get Laporta more involved, and he can be a steady hand overall. I'm going to go with Laporta here over Freiermuth. Justin Fields is Justin Fields. I know that Freiermuth had his 2 touchdown game last week. He's not going to have that every week. So I'm going to stick with the guy that I've always been a big Laporta fan. So hard for me to not tell you to do Laporta. Neanderthal, you still there, brother? Let me know what league size you got. Or not league size, what type of format you have for this one. I might be leaning Deontay a little bit, just because Ford I don't trust as much in this offense anymore. Eagles are pretty decent, defense overall. They are, where are they at? They are currently 11th again, right now. So I would great. Come on, Brian Thomas Jr. You have to make that catch right in the hands, man. Trevor Lawrence with a great throw. His receivers are not helping him at all. Man, right on the Brian Thomas Jr. You got to make that catch, bro. Man. Half PPR, oof. I might lean forward, but that is a tough one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna still. I think I'm gonna roll with Deontay here. Just trust it a little bit more over Ford. It's hard for me to trust that stuff. Ron, you threw me a real bad one here. I have Kraft and Laporta right next to each other, 5 and 6. I think I would roll with Laporta for now. I think they have their full complement of wide receivers back. I think his production will go down just a smidge. They're still going to involve him, of course. Oh, another one. Oh, Brian Thomas, man, right on the perimeter and had his 2 feet. Catch the damn ball, man. Yeah, Laporta potty. Yeah, he's been having a rough time there, but yeah, if you're gonna go Kraft and Laporta, I'm gonna definitely go Laporta for now. So Ron is agreeing with me. I go DJ over Shaheen just because QB is unknown. Yeah, I would go about that. Conklin, so Ray W goes Conklin game time decision tomorrow. Got to use Njoku. Okay, that's fair. I mean, if you don't have anybody to back you up, I would definitely do that for sure. So Alex goes, thanks for the advice. Last question: start to Olave, Higgins, or Garrett Wilson. I think Olave and Higgins. I think Olave and Higgins are probably your best bet there. I really do like Higgins a lot. I think he'll do fine against the Giants. Kyle Singer, what's going on, brother? He goes pick one, full PPR. Keon Coleman, Shakir, if he plays, or Dobbs. So you're good on the Coleman and or Shakir part. I do like Shakir if he plays, for sure. It's a tougher matchup, though. I don't like Dobbs. I don't know. He's definitely good for full PPR, but with everybody back, I don't think that it's really going to help. I don't know if it's going to help him too much. I like Coleman a lot. I've just always been a big Coleman fan. It's just a really tough matchup against Sauce if that happens, unless Sauce, is shadowing Shakir. It's going to be hard to tell for that matchup. They're definitely going to. Oh, come on, get the catch. Gabe Davis. Did they get it? Yeah, Gabe Davis touchdown, and he's limping. Don't you love it? Man, this is tough. I'm playing Coleman in a few leagues. I feel a little bit better about Coleman. So, yeah, I'm going to lean Coleman here. He's been a lot more used, 2 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. I know touchdowns can't be a good variable to go off of, but or metric to go off of, but it's hard for me not to say him. Yeah, let's go with Coleman. See what happens there. Brian, what's going on, man? He goes, what's the better play for a flex option? Running back or wide receiver PPR? It's really dependent on who the running back is or the wide receiver. 9 times out of 10, you're probably better with the wide receiver, but you need to have a wide receiver that's in a situation that will get get good targets. Like I said, it has a lot to do with who your running back is. If your running back is a pass catcher, I'm a lot higher on the running back, and it's really just because of the guaranteed touch comparatively to the deep downfield touch. And it's also based on the quarterback, to be quite honest. For me, a lot of the times when I'm making those decisions for the flex spot, I want a good quarterback linked to a good, a solid wide receiver involved in the offense for the wide receiver to be my flex. But if I have a running back that's heavily involved in the passing game, I like it there too. I'm trying to think of a situation that I have that I have it. Like Tyrone Tracy would be an example where he would, if it's him and let's find a guy. It's like Tyrone Tracy and like Calvin Ridley or something like that, or like Lad McConkey or Cortland Sutton, like got wide receiver 3s, that you're playing with. I'd probably take the running back more just because they're a lot more involved. They get guaranteed touches. They are going to get their, normal run. And then, it's based on the team and the situation as well. If your team is the underdog for that game, and your QB is a guy that likes to dump it off, yeah, for sure. So Ray goes, I'd use Wilson, new play call. Oh, so for the Wilson, Olave, and Higgins. Hey, man, I think you can't go wrong. You have 3 great receivers. I like Olave just a little bit better just because of the matchup. Garrett Wilson going against the Bills. Bills are currently 5th best against the wide receiver fantasy points allowed. So, Bucks are a little bit worse at that. Patrick goes, every time I have Ingram, he does trash. I had him a few years ago, did shit. Have him killing it now. This year, I dumped him for Tucker Kraft because he was not reliable and he's killing it. Unreal. Yeah, man. I've always been a fan of Evan Ingram from the very start. I wish I could pull up the picture I had. I met him at Giant Stadium when he was a Giant and really enjoyed he was very forthright and very, fun to talk with. And, he was hurt that day too. And he came over, said hi to the fans. I asked him how his ankle was doing at the time. He's like, getting better day by day. Like, he was very cordial about it, very nice about it. And, got it, able to take a selfie with him, which was great. And then I love the interview that he did. He did the Second Win podcast. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. It's a really good podcast for those that are coming back with a second chance. And he sat down and he was like, yeah, I had a really rough time in New York. I did have a few guys to lean off of, lean on. He had, Eli, he had Sterling Shepard, and, they were basically trying to help him become, a professional. And being in a market like the Giants, I mean, even when the team, is good, you're under a big really big microscope. And he took it like a champ, but he mentally just couldn't take it. And then he said that when he went to Jacksonville, he had fun. He was, having fun playing tight end again, and you can see it. He's definitely a lot better off where he is. The offense always, Penderson's offense is always really focused on the tight end in general. So I think he's going to be in a good situation moving forward. Ray brings up a good point. Eli and Ingram had Ole Miss ties. I mean, he had one of the best rookie tight end seasons of his life with Eli. Switching over was, probably the roughest part. They had a lot of changes. He had a lot of drop balls. He was in his own head. He had a lot of, crazy scenarios. He cleared his mind. He read a lot of books about, he read how, Swift fumbled, but they recovered. He read a lot of books on how to be a better, player. He looked up a lot on, Kobe and a few other basketball players that he loved watching. And he learned how to be a part of that and like how to, make himself better. And he's been showing it. He really has the last few years. I'm very high on Evan Ingram. I was in the beginning of the year. His injury definitely hampered him, of course, but he looked good today. I've been watching the whole game. Well, I've been watching half the game, but the last half, he's been killing it. He really has been having a better, really good season. I think he's ready to have a good season. 10 for 10 on 102. I mean, you can't go wrong there. Ray goes, I think Hall and Wilson are trade for candidates. Yeah, I agree. They're good enough now that you can buy low on them, and you can definitely take advantage of their schedule coming up. So I agree. Brian goes, my running back have currently are Montgomery and Hubbard. My flex options would be Connor or Olave. Okay. I do like Connor. This matchup is a little bit harder for me to like, but Green Bay is middle of the road. They're 16th against running backs this year. Connor's involved in the passing game. I do like Olave here, but it's so tough. Like you said, he got burned last week when all you needed was 8 points. I'm still not sold on him. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm in the same boat. I was all excited and he got me nothing. We'll see. I mean, Spencer Rattler, if you're on the narrative that they're going to hyper target, I mean, hey, if he's open, he's ready to go. So hopefully that's the case. We'll see what happens. But overall, yeah, I think I would go James Conner in this scenario just because of how much he's involved. Even if it's half point, I'm still going with James Conner. I like that scenario better, and it's really, like I said, the guaranteed touch. So Neanderthal goes Higgins, Dell, or Deontay in a standard league. Oh, to me, it's like it you kind of put it in the right order for me. It's Higgins, Dell, and Deontay. I think Higgins has the better opportunity. Higgins has the better opportunity for the touchdown in this case. A little bit of a better matchup overall. I think Giants are, they're middle of the pack. They're like 15th against the pass, while the New England Patriots are like 21st. So it's a better matchup for Dell. He's definitely going to get a little bit more involved. We saw what he can do when Collins is not in the lineup. I think I read a stat. He's 5 for 56 and a touchdown when that happens. So not a horrible matchup overall. And then, Deontay is in a scenario where he's going against Atlanta, and Atlanta is 22nd. So, I mean, I like Dell just a smidge more because it's a better offense, better quarterback, better, overall situation with with Thibodeau out. It'll be a little bit less of a pass rush. So yeah, I'm going to go Higgins here. Bigger body, bigger, scenario to get, catch a touchdown. So I'm going to go Higgins. So this game is out of hand. Bears are on their 25 or on the Jags 25 right now. 38 38-16 or 35-16, my bad. So this game's going to be wrapping up soon. Make sure you guys throw your questions in the chat. I'm going to be here for another at least 15 minutes for you guys, unless I have more. So just keep. Sorry, have somebody coming by. All right. So make sure you guys throw those questions in the chat. Make sure you guys check out all the other things that we have going on. Here's our schedule coming up. We have shows every day, my friends. Every day we have a show. We have shows on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We have 2 shows. We have 2 shows on Wednesdays, Wednesdays. And then we have our Thursday show with Phil doing his DFS. Tuesday, we have Fantasy Boardroom. We have Waiver Wire ads. We got it all. So make sure you guys check that out as well. Ronald. Oh, man. Ew. That sucks. That sucks. JT, Ramondre, Singleton. Oh, wow. Just 4 running backs out this week. That sucks. Hope you have somebody. Nothing crazy else going on. There's no new updates going on. No, crazy news or anything leading up to game time. I might start wrapping this up now that I'm not getting a ton of questions. So make sure you guys, I was going to say pick up Tracy. I have Tracy in a lot of leagues that, that I could, but definitely pick up Tracy. He's an Eagles fan, though. I don't think he'll do that. All right, boys and girls. I hope everyone has a wonderful week 6. I'm going to wrap this thing up now. Make sure you guys check out our other shows, like I said. Make sure you guys check out Underdog Fantasy as well. Use promo code GETRIGHT, and they will help you out at checkout. 50% of what you deposit. So put in 10, they'll give you 5. So make sure you guys do that. Love to have everybody on the show. Thanks so much for everybody that joined and listened. Brian, Ray, Neanderthal, Ron, Patrick, Kyle, all you guys in the chat. Alex, thank you so much for all being here today. Really do appreciate it. I will see you guys next Friday. But make sure you guys check out our show on Monday with Rasta and Frank. They will give you guys waiver wire ads for week 7. So good luck to everybody. Hope everyone has a really good week 6, unless you're going against me. We'll see you guys later. For everybody here at the Get Right Fantasy Network, for Rasta, Frank, Dustin, Phil, Tycoon, Kendall, the whole crew. Hope everyone has a wonderful week 6. Peace out, everybody.
Wanted to write fantasy is the play. Marking nothing, but I tune in every Friday. Strategies provided.